Hello, thank you, Frank. Waipi CIC team. On behalf of CEO Blumi Blalong, Kofi Industry Corporation, Mr. Charles Lambui, and we no stop, and we got another walk. Today, Thursday, 15th May 2025. Me right now, Henry Boba, this is a coffee export license to Hatavile Coffee Limited. Want them to sla. I want them partner from him. So I need a PPIP. There's nothing we got learn and walk him. People come up him. 3 black exporters. I need a PPIP. 1 black. And we are trade. And we stop long. Not stop lay. And we got all infrastructure finished. And we can have a business. The time we like I'm send him design. Now put him now we help him. 300,000 kina. And we have buy some machine. By end of 2019, or CIC gonna look sabe now we give export last 2020 I'm start exporting coffee. Papua New Guinea. Now I must exporting over 50 or 60 containers finished. We have a partnership long. Wabak Enga, Wapenamanda Coffee Limited. And we got a Kupla factory, machine everything. Now me go stand and me ask them. How much black coffee you exporting finish out long here? Long around 2019. Now I talk, no, me no exporting coffee. Now me talk, sorry, excuse me, what do you mean? Now me buy coffee from the exporter, Logoroka Salimani, me buy me Salimigo. And me talking that is madness. You me go walk out point without money. You got to get something stable here. We ring him all inspectors let time when we go inspect him. End of 2019 they gave him export license. M2. And we exporting well over 50, 60 containers as I speak today. 1 container on average. So what's I mean? 10 kina FOB, price now went up, but maximum 196, 192,000 kina on black container exports. But beside was actually more. You can multiply by that. And what has happened? Allan, Western Islands also go buy coffee long, enga. Also go buy. Last 2-3 years, something reverse. Allan Hagen carry coffee blow go long. Wapenamanda. Husband. Have reversed and buy coffee blow lab. Why? Because I'm having price when you want them. Farmers are, you play walk low, you know, that's your price. Now, Philip Timbie, me talk, yeah? Price is only walking by. Or get the cocoa buy out, the coffee by come back. So I'm selling this market finish, and got relationship finish. I mean, no have more problem. Why now people time come back at the end of 2015 come a project manager and people are pen after 5 years out of the industry. Thank God we go outside. So me stop at long CIC. So sit down come up now me stop by no come up. Me can talk you straight. And by no come up. But me thank you long big plow say me Rossi me long. After 23.5 years Salimina me go work long hospital 3 organizations. The time we come back when there's a bell pen, there's a big question. Me ask him, no one am asked true. Now coffee growers, only still sleeping long around Kunaina stuff. Who are still struggling. Why? The world market. Oil, I mean, number 1, traded commodity in the world market. Trading in hundreds and billions of US dollars. The second traded commodity in the world market is coffee. Now why now coffee growers? You must see stop your tumbler. Everybody up a value chain are growing big and bigger and bigger every day. Physically as well. Financially and physically. At your expense. What expense for you coffee growers? Resource for you, ground for you. So we don't thank you, Papa God, Rosimi was an eximic again. Time we come back, become a one question as a fire inside of Bellomi. Send him something. Thank you, Lord. Government like Okishim, Dinalo World Bank, PPIP, and MIFA, this stuff now, only out. World Bank continue on PhD. Thank you, also, Mr. Government like Okishim, Dinalo come. Nigo sit down and start the mysterium something long. That project is finished. He must get sustainable. He must, there's a community who must continue to work for Kofi here. So become lawyer, you must have lawyer, me to know the Philip, me to one blood time, but you export yet. So what's another project? So me go out, mommy, but you struggle in league. Me stop yet. So she got another project. He come up and thank because of PhD, he come up, mommy stop yet, but you export before me exit. Last time, online or politician and everybody else working in the industry to say that we can export coffee from our house line. There is nothing wrong with that. It's no longer rocket science. We don't need to be in town and cities to export our coffee. We can export our coffee from Hatavile. Roots Coffee and stuff. 2 to 3 years, he will be exporting out from Okapa. Now the PhD people work. A good number of them will start they're coming up. They also be exporting coffee. The reality now, the coffee industry is this. Exporters, 90% of coffee exporters are Papua New Guinean nationals. 90%. 10% of coffee exporters are multinational companies. 10% of them. Only registered under the CIC. Hang on. But the 10% of multinationals, they export 80% of our coffee. While the 90% of Papua New Guineans only exporting 20%. We must change that landscape, and change must start now. And it's already started. 50 years, September, we celebrating independence. We cannot continue on like that. Change has started, fire started finished. Within the next 5 to 10 years, there will be more Papua New Guinean exporters exporting. We need to take back the industry and hold that industry. It belongs to us. The resource owners, we work hard. Coffee, blah, blah, blah. We work. Financing come support through the government or donor agencies. Road people showing finish. There's no reversing back. When the funding come, you meet total supporting Balkan infrastructure, supporting all the side. Then, there's the side now. Coffee and Belgotime. Coffee by clean don't like them. Coffee and by Kirana planning yet. Coffee and Belgotime yet. Because something I'm still around store long. Now I'm looking price. Now investor stop long here. Let me stop here. Then price up we go. Mira, thank you. Congratulations to Philip Timbie and your family. Houseline lawyer, Wadan Long, Big Asaro, Daulo. Congratulations, awesome. When I'm 3 months, we got Tinting Logan. Long, we are trade. Salman, I'm walk, I'm established town, a city, not all stuff. But me got big blood 3 months from me. Time me come back awesome. Me like him, the Papua New Guinea must export from the house line. And this basically probably is a signal for me to exit the industry as well. Because it's not going to stop from here. Only I'm will stop finish. They will make sure that this fire continues. Let me signal him too. Also, me must, time me lo come. When I'm thinking me got long him, me must come stop lawyer. Me must do a merping me sala most pin hamita so stop lawyer. Sula sorrow lo be. Look at how this now, people will finish so. So I'm signaling also me must go. Something I must stop now. There's a fire must continue. We must be exporting out of Okapa. Out from Lufa. Oh, pura one another. Where me come from? Anyway, you can export from anywhere these days with the technology and everything. You know, we don't need long. Karem coffee na himi go. Namba himi looking through and power coffee diwai. Is that a 10% multinationals or is us coffee growers? The ones we are fighting for. We have started this better. I've started this. Become under thinking na bela dikam. Me work 23.5 years working research go. Because it makes sense and go na me not looking all coffee growers is service too. Me go out na me come back. So it's a whole value chain now. From growing to export is now completed. When I'm 3 months, me got Dindiland, me put him here. Thank you, Philip Timbie. You have basically signed me off from the coffee industry.
Me Savelo Philip, nah. Me like talk also. Before me introduce him all to play members below me hamamas true. Me hamamas. Lo magim World Bank, this la and one big progress. Me meet him, Mr. Philip Timbie, anit long PPAP na mi talk ya. Mi play go na block blong em ya, mi play go. E mi play go visiting plantation blong em. Na ting blong em mi no stop. Every walk log, puli mi play go yet. But now you me look him. Perseverance. Na dreaman blongem, and I'm very proud for your achievement. And it's really good to see your partner, Mr. Choi, who is the buyer, or you to partner one them long Salim Kofi out. This is, if we can see this work community, and I think also Potaisa companies, it can happen. You can do it in any community. And I think with the right support, the right infrastructure, and the right people to industry to actually support you, and if it is the industry's vision to grow the coffee industry, then it is possible. So once again, Philip, I'm very proud to be here to witness you and your partner, and that you now have a coffee factory. You will be receiving your export license, and this is for the bank. This is a success story. It's a good story to tell. Thank you so much, and not also to Philip, but also you all farmers, Yupla, this line, blue Yupla, blong Philip Tassel. And we bring him come long house line, so that you don't have carrying back for you go down long, go to cow, go away. So this line me one good story blow me na me have a master. You got all media staff, thank you through. I think I'm about him story blow you me na this plus success by reach him some kind place blow you me inside long country. Thank you. So now me like introduce me pla. Name blow me at Allan, so me task team leader belong this project. Me senior agriculture specialist. Na me based long Port Moresby. Me belong East New Britain. Na me got two team member belong me lo here. Me got big team, but some play non come. So and yes, me support him all kind partnership work also. Now you work him. Lo help him all on building the value chain. Belong France. Now I start long team where me play Savakam. Inside one play here, 2 time me play Savakam, visit him. Now look long. Whether money go down, I go get a lot money planning coffee. Now iksim kai or no. So help him, support him. That's a monitoring too long side long government. And then we got Tarapla team member Ravi, and belong Sri Lanka. Now I start long Australia. M2 is supporting project alongside long. Look long data na you may collect him good data so that you may can monitor him na look survey also work below you may can get karim kai. So I think one time the Salamino got planned to talk more, but me like talk thank you once again. We have Mr. Choi, thank you through. I think me to play vocal story legally kamna M2 stop Lokimbe before long nam yang. So me do okay, me too me work SBLC. So money is I couldn't do it before, but now I become a buyer below you. Thank you for this partnership, and I think this is the first project where we look him inside long where bank is support him. Now you may got partner exporting partner below you is Tapantem community. Thank you very much. Now God by blessing you me. Long is
I'm building this lab warehouse here. Now me come. I'm talking like sim license. So work blow me so me come. Kon bla postman blow me and bin staff em sale me come. And me come na to working report na come. So I came, I did my inspections, and then I went. I submitted a full report to my boss. The very first time where my boss responded was to decline the. I let him come. After my report, he came. And then I'm looking at I'm talking Frank. I'm calling me one set office flame. You pass in mind now you working inspections or you mind now working inspections? And first question I'm asking me. Now I told him, boss, I'm recommendations to me, but since you are the boss of the day, you do your recommendations with the So I'm declining license. Me come back. Next time me come back, me come look him. Me la one lot so me come look him. One time by sim license me talk him. Just hold on, me talk him. Me go on, and now you can look him sim exporting license. Yes, in CIC there is no shortcuts. We follow rules and regulations. All man can walk him kind. Talk old man sim license lo window but come lo me em sahad. You will have to follow the books. You got all law stuff. All got to help you go you got law. One kind law CIC got law. Hatavile Kofi em no kalap lo window or one em come straight. Tiki mo got a box na now kissing. One problem, big requirement you must get coffee plantation now. Invest in coffee production. Which same got 50 hectares. I'm working warehouse, same got mill. I'm processing coffee. The last requirement you must go into third party. Sawelo process na cons. Good plan and no good blow exports. Coffee story you must sawe. 5 years I'm taking him 5 years to work in third party. Through lo KMSL. Thank you KMSL also member. You hold him hand block you know reject him. Though I'm go put down jutla sana one time na you carry him go. Me look him go na me talk him fit I'm bike sim.
Thank you, Dad.
Them now me come give me. Congratulations. Hatavile Kofi, Mr. Timbie. You've come a very long way. And now you will have your license.
Thank you, God.
Lord family lo here. I'm kissing Kofi well I'm come house do now. Before you know sa looking kind car now kind car bagam tanim gaya. All man by come. Kind singkala man by come because I'm connecting Kofi well I'm by all by come.
Thank you very, very much.
Please, all travel, all come inside. Friend want them all. No can disturb him all. All this line by Karim development cup. Send you some start the house line and through lot is like an only something. You may not start now wait him government to come down and walk him. Sim service come house door. This like an only something and come up and by Karim service come lo house door blue. By looking money, by how much, by good person down lo community come up. Bill I talk thank you lo Byun and Mr. Choi for supporting Hatavile Kofi this far. You've supported, I think, 4 mills in PNG to supply the machines, every all dryers. Your investment comes a long way. Thank you. One of them is Hatavile. Thank you for providing that market, accepting his coffee, our PNG coffee, to Korea market, also promoting our coffee there. Thank you very much. One time this la, me no got plenty talk. Me kam lusi mosem, Melek Salim apology blow all sambla workman blow CIC. Plenty all no come stop lo ya sambla all go lo meeting lo Jakarta. All key line we all na blow come stop all no come stop all Salim apology blow come lo you pla. Buy me round yet buy me stop buy me KK buy me story Kofi one time. You like come lo CIC next sim license e mita so. You like go lo side go lo window paper blue ba kam lan lo me. Mosem so usat you interest lo work Kofi KMSL stop lo support him work lo Kofi stop lo Eastern Islands house dua lo you you find one pla market rot lo holim han na bait lago one time lo disla market KMSL taso narapla company all got all business requirements blow sambla market blow by disturb him sambla molona pa accept him you too KMSL and by holding hand blow you one time and by carrying you through. And then you can come up one day, you can come up. Mipla CIC, time lo looks away lo all black skin or semipla all nationals lo come up simplanti exporting license. So money by come straight to house line. By you looking price straight transfer by come house do now lo factory do number buy you good. You know nagat second third party involved. Mosem so mi pla support him. Mr. Hombunaka to work in big pla all investment inside lo CIC. You like sawe lo coffee blow you got 20 bags 30 bags. You like sawe coffee blow you stop lo one stages carry all simple come all by you got all sawe man blow coffee stop all by cap him. Talk him you stages blow coffee blow you wash him good. You wash him lo one kind wara coffee and taste os one him. All but talking you past them you can beat low all price low exporters. Now price premium stop around 25 kina per kg low Y grade taso. Y grade you walk him low yeah. But time you grade him na you walk him AB got all narapla prices flame stop. Antap lo 25 kina. Mosem so you know so low stages coffee blow you stop os one him. Mipla got all sawe man stop all machine with support blow PACD all buy him. I'm stopping this lawyer. Before I'm stop lawyer, but now moving come low. We got one plateau lo roka. So you plug and come now. You plug by helping you plan. Office have open lo anyone. Thank you. Now good plan in lo plan.
That's why Philip now me plug and talk of them. Everyone got champion the work inside the coffee industry. And I talk good to and behind the work gonna think. Planting number of coffee bag and Karim come. Maybe looking for some go Karangi, talk sour straight long aim also. This kind person must not come up with place law exporting coffee. You must go back to factory, straight him good, come up him good, bring him come. Now him put him go because behind all work mitla by walk him. One dollar upside but kiss him now by bring him so. I mean find him out those and this coffee. And me no come up good. By a talk one to me KMSL. By a talk one to CIC or coffee inspectors. By come back straight house double Philip so. When you walk now you me walk him. And talk sour on me blossom. All gonna walk him me walk him. If you walk him the man some coffee na drink. And Philip Abama so that's why. Me like congratulate him. Philip na talk also. You start the man. You walk straight. You carry him coffee good you go. You me put him straight to market. And me come back in a long coffee industry. Find the problem or look sour this so. Or he give you this license now. Today I'll give you. I'm not talking to you also. Walk coffee. You walk gonna. You come up strong please so. You can carry me yet go. This the market. Today, I talk Saul also. Inside the CIC program, you will walk him, kind, all partners come, you will run him all programs, make him something come up to the industry by go on top. This work, you will make him come now. We can talk clear today also. This factory, Hatavile, come up and two leadership, Philip, we can talk also. Everyone, the finished product, the coffee industry, stop here. Why we don't finished product? Because I'm stopped lo day number one, lo behind thinking lo coffee industry, work lo different level, come. All partners only one blame, through lo coffee Salem. Now looks awesome, work blame come up good, Now I'll give on the license lamp, so this lamp talk to me about some finish work the CIC and stop here, so you play holy man want to them, they must move coffee color upside the saltwater.
5 years ago, Papua New Guinea coffee is unknown in Korea. However, I developed the good quality coffee with the PNG coffee, and then introduced and I organized many copying contests or study, and then people they know good coffee. Before long time ago, Papua New Guinea coffee they had no confidence on the constant supply and consistency of taste. So to overcome too difficult the issue, time to time I come and then I met the coffee farmer and the miller, and then I decided to improve the quality. Only the way I set up modernized equipment. Otherwise, I cannot keep the commitment with my customer. So that's why I come here, and then time to time I visit and then supervise and then talk to all the mill owner and the farmer. So finally, the Korean market, they know Papua New Guinea coffee very excellent. Has a clean cup and also very sweet, the good quality coffee against almost the compete against Colombia and Brazil coffee. Yeah.
So how can Papua New Guinea sell more coffee to Korea?
As I explained, many the copying group there, so I provide the sample free of charge for study, and also sometimes I'll send many sample to the big roasters. So the people they know the Papua New Guinea coffee, and also I emphasize Papua New Guinea is only the country produce organic coffee. Everywhere, all organic coffee. Coffee is naturally grown, not plantation. All the area is naturally grown coffee. So it's only the Papua New Guinea coffee is organic coffee. So I took the organic certification, the inspector. So they test, they agree to the Papua New coffee, organic coffee. Yeah. So the people are very happy.
What's your comments about Hatavile being granted an
Hatavile,
export license?
Yeah, very emotional for me. Yeah, because when I met the Timbie, just the ordinary the farmer, he has a dream. He had a dream to own his own mill and then to be the exporter. So I made him achieve two dreams. Now he owned his mill, and also now today special day. We congratulate the ordinary the farmer. He get the exporter license. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Philip is very. Actually, when I met him, he has sincerity, diligent, honest, and also most important point is the passion on coffee. That's why I love this family, and so I like Philip very much. Yeah, that's why now we can make a success story of one ordinary farmer to own and realize and come true his dream.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. A license is a life. License today given to me is a life achievement. I started to a simple farm, and my mind was right up to get the coffee exported. No more of this middleman or third-party thing. So finally, with a struggle, with a lot of disciplinary help from the people in CIC, today they saw us fit and qualified to get a license. So we're happy that at least we made some requirement that must have qualified us to receive the granting of the export license. So today is it marks a new era. in our coffee days. And it opens up a new page. And that new page, we have to work. We have to do it right. And the challenge and the commitment and persistence has to be applied carefully in what I do, so that it's a new part. But I have what I do, and what I do today will help me to go a distance in the industry, in the coffee industry. But we are a minute contributors in the big industry that others are doing. We have to do a lot of work, and that lot of work will depend on us. To make it happen, we have to do it. And that's why we believe we can do it, because the Bible says, if God is with you, we are God-fearing people. We are also a pastor in the church too. So if God is with us, the Bible says, who can be against us? Meaning, not the people who are competing with us, but are Satan with his tactics to get us down. He will be he will not match it, because God is with us. And there is more to do in the industry. We just came up to getting an export license, but our dreams is still there. We want to do coffee, 3-in-1 coffee pack. And this is not far. That has to be achieved before I hit a bucket, meaning before I go down. But that's our next dream in coffee, to go and get 3-in-1 down instead of doing the ground coffee. We did some ground coffee, but I think we're believing more and bending more towards 3-in-1 coffee production. It can happen.
Can you tell me about how you got into the coffee industry?
I was a banker. And in fact, a professional banker. But I knew my time was going to be up in the banking career. I was a good banker, in fact, and I was the manager also in the bank. But then I realized that one day I would leave the bank, and what's my next fallback plan? I was coffee. So when I left in year 2000 in the banking industry, I came straight home, and I had already a 50-hectare coffee garden. So I came back and worked on it straight away. And then slowly, my dream, as I was working towards what I wanted to do, and which is now it's an export license. But the next one is the 3-in-1 coffee production. So it may be expensive, but there's possible. There's some small machines around that we can do it and slowly come. But this is where, yeah.
So over the last 20 years, how have you been operating since you started? You've been growing or buying? Or
yeah, over the last 20 years, 12 years was just growing, looking after and maintaining, managing the plantation. And then the next 8 years or so, I decided to move back into the processing area of coffee. And then that's where my partner came in. And the story came to pass. That we own now a coffee factory with a lot of machine in there. It's the latest machines installed. So this is where we came so far.
all right. So you've how long have you been running the factory?
Only 5 years.
5 years.
2 years was taken by this called Coffee Berry Bora, and that I almost lost interest because my work was just going down the waste. But then my faith in me to continue on in coffee has made us continue for the next last 3 years, and then we now exporting. With the license now, we will export in our own with our own license. But we've been doing third-party exporting.
So where do you get your coffee from to export?
Coffee comes from my own area, And then the Hangarofi area, which is in the eastern part of Western Highlands, Okapa, and some from Timbie, some from, there was a lot from Maprik in the Robusta coffee. We were buying it from there too. So most of the coffee is from Eastern Highlands, then Morobe.
All right. So now that you've got your license, what's your next step now?
Now that I've got my license, I have to make sure that I must know that I have a license. The sense of knowing the license and sense of be a licensed operator to export coffee. I must. But then the next one is, as I've already mentioned, we would like to get more coffee out from here. Our coffee quality in the Korean markets, they're screaming to get more because of how we produce the coffee here. So we want to produce more. We want to send more coffee out of the country.
So what's the future now for your company?
The future now is grow big. Grow big. And become like those foreign-owned exporting company in town. We have to get them out. How we get them out? Let's just punch a needle into the balloon. And then air will slowly come out, which means we will drain out a little coffee baby and then it will finally come up with something.
Do you have any other comments you want to make about the PNG coffee industry or anything else?
My comment would be, I made some statement today saying that a statement today, I want to get rid of the cacao activity which is pushing the coffee out. I want the coffee to come back. So if I want to say anything, let's grow coffee. Because the coffee has been holding the government treasury. It's been in the late 60s. But now all the money and other things have taken over, they're pushing coffee out. Let's bring coffee back in. And how we do it, all of us has to participate in coffee. And believe in coffee, participate in coffee, produce coffee. And when we look after coffee, coffee will look after us.
Okay. I've noticed you got your wife here behind. Every successful man is a woman. Can you say something about your wife, or if she wants to say anything?
She's my strength to my life. In the church life, in the family life, in coffee life, in business life, she's my strength. I always fall back on her, and on her to, not for advice, but for prayer and strength. That will be thrown from God and then can strengthen me and give me wisdom to operate in the industry that we are operating now.
Okay. Just one last thing. Can you tell me about your capacity of your factory and your supply sources of coffee?
Yes, sorry?
Can you tell me a bit about your factory and your
coffee
supply sources?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coffee factory sitting right here is in the village. It's like what James Marape said when he got into government. He said, take back PNG. And I think this is the best position to take back coffee from the foreigners to PNG, back to in the hands of the national. When we basically base our activity in the village, not in town. That's in town is too public. If you have to bring it back, when we bring such thing into the village, people will start to believe that there is more in coffee. Then they'll be encouraged to do more coffee work. And then their life will be improved. And that's what's happening. It's all basically about improving our life. And that's what we do here, giving them a better price. And like now, if you should see in town, we don't advertise our price, but our price is way, way better than the price buying currently on the local markets here.